Dear friends and viewers, welcome back to KNS Biochemistry. Namaskar. In this video session, we are going to see about polymeric micelles, the role of polymeric micelles in the distribution of the drugs into the body. So, because of these advantages of polymeric micelles, these small drugs can be easily distributed and they are eliminated from the body. So because of that their pharmacokinetics and distribution property changes. So in this session we are going to see about pharmacokinetics and biodistribution of the drugs. Let us start the session now. So in the previous class we have seen about this drug CDDP. CDDP is that is encapsulated in polyionic micelles. The outer shell of the micelle is made up of PEO, polyethylene oxide polyglutamic acid, black copolymers. So using these micelles, if CDDP is incorporated into the body, you see that it is not degraded quickly. It remains in the encapsulated form for a long period. When it reaches the target cell, and you see that it will be released slowly, and it will not cause any side effects to the kidney, especially during first hour after administration of this drug. So this suggested potential for decrease of severe nephrotoxicity observed with this CDDP free drug. So you see that this CDDP as a free drug, it causes nephrotoxicity. If it is encapsulated into polymeric micelles, it is going to be delivered to the target directly and it will not cause nephrotoxicity. So promising results were also demonstrated for another drug, that is doxorubicin. This doxorubicin incorporated into styrene malic acid micelles. So here another polymeric micelle which is made up of styrene malic acid, and in that doxorubicin is incorporated and it is delivered. So in this case, if we observe the result of drug entrapment into micelles, the drug was redirected from heart to the tumor. So here you see the doxorubicin is not causing any side effects to the heart. Instead of that, it is directly redirected to the tumor, to the cancer cell, and the doxorubicin cardiotoxicity was totally diminished. So complete blood counts and cardiac histology for the micellar drug showed no serious side effects when it is given as IV, intravenous doses, as high as 100 milligram per kg body weight. So doxorubicin equivalent in mice, even if you give 100 milligram per kg body weight intravenously, it will not give any side effects because it is entrapped by styrene malic acid polymeric micelles. So similar results again reported in doxorubicin incorporated in mixed micelles of polyethylene oxide poly-L-histidine. This is the outer shell of micelles. Another micelle which is made up of polyethylene oxide B poly-L-lactic acid, black copolymers. So in both the types of micelles, if doxorubicin is released, it will not give any side effects. So tissue levels of doxorubicin administered in the micellar formulation were decreased in blood and liver and considerably increased in the solid tumor because it is released into the tumor area. So compared to the free drug, see that this encapsulated drug is directly released and it attacks only the solid tumor. Further increase in the tumor delivery was achieved by modifying the surface of the micelles with the folate molecules. So the surface of this PEO poly-L-histidine and poly-L-lactic acid is slightly modified with folate molecules. Still it is working well and it delivers the drug to the target. So the accumulated doxorubicin levels observed using folate modified micelles was 20 times higher than these for free doxorubicin and 3 times higher than these for the unmodified micelles. The first micellar formulation of doxorubicin to reach clinical evaluation stage used the micelles composed of tri-block copolymer. So tri-copolymer, that is polyethylene oxide, polypropylene oxide and polyethylene oxide chloronic and PEO. So all the three tri-block copolymer is used here, and see that in clinical trial doxorubicin has given a very good result. So analysis of pharmacokinetics and biodistribution of this drug doxorubicin incorporated into mixed micelles of chloronic L61 and F127 SP1049C, all the three types of micelles, demonstrated more efficient accumulation of micellar drug into the tumors compared to the free drug. So free drug causes side effects, but when it is entrapped with all the three types of micelles, then it is targeting the tumor, especially the areas under the curves in the Lewis lung carcinoma, that is a tumor of the or cancer of the lungs, 3LL-M27 solid tumors in C57B 1/6 mice were increased about twofold using SP1049 compared to the free doxorubicin. Furthermore, this study indicated that the peak levels of doxorubicin formulated with SP1049. So this SP1049 is a tumor. Similarly, MLL-M27 is the lungs carcinoma. Then another tumor C57B 1/6 is another tumor. So in all these cases, doxorubicin has given good results. So this particular doxorubicin formulated with this tumor were delayed, and the drug resistant time was also increased in comparison with the free doxorubicin. So the release of the drug into the target, that is the target is the tumor here, you see that it is very slow. Then only you see that target will be attacked completely. So when you compare with free drug, this formulated doxorubicin is released very slowly, and it attacks the tumor. A clear visualization of drug delivery to the tumor site was explained here using this doxorubicin covalently incorporated through pH sensitive link into polymer micelles of polyethylene oxide, polyaspartate hydrazone doxorubicin. A phase contrast image showed that the tumor blood vessels containing the micelles leaked into extravascular compartments of the tumors, resulting in infiltration of the micelles into tumor sites. The micelles circulated in the blood for a prolonged time, and the AUC for micellar doxorubicin was 15 times, that is 15-fold greater than the AUC for free doxorubicin. So furthermore, these AUC values of the micellar doxorubicin, that is this micellar the formulated doxorubicin in the heart and kidney, decreased compared to the free drug. Free drug, it reaches the heart and kidney cells, but this formulated doxorubicin is not reaching these two organs. So thus the selectivity of drug delivery to the tumor compared to heart and kidney, that is two organs, was increased by 6 and 5 folds respectively, 6 times and 5 times respectively. This may result in reduction of side effects of doxorubicin, such as cardiotoxicity is reduced and nephrotoxicity is reduced. Moreover, the micellar doxorubicin showed relatively low uptake in the liver as well as in the spleen, despite very long residence time in the blood. So it is going to remain in the blood for a very long time, and the uptake of this drug by the liver and spleen, so that it is taking very, very long time. So this biodistribution of another drug, this one more drug, that is paclitaxel, incorporated into biodegradable polymer micelles of they are made up of monomethoxy polyethylene oxide poly-DL lactide. So this is a biodegradable micelle, polymer micelle, and it is having this POB poly-DL lactide black copolymer. The another one is Genexol PM, was compared with the regular formulation of the drug in camphor-EL, 2 to 3-fold increases in drug levels were demonstrated in most tissues like liver, spleen, kidneys, lungs, heart, and tumor after giving intravenous administration of Genoxal PM as compared to paclitaxel. So this paclitaxel and Genoxal, which is that both are administered to the tumor, which is that they will be reaching the tumor without that is affecting all the other tissues. So nevertheless, acute dose toxicity. So acute dose, that is the dose which is acting immediately, that is called acute dose. So acute dose toxicity of this drug Genoxal PM was about 25 times lower than that of the conventional drug formulation, which appears to be due to a reformulation avoiding the use of camphor-EL and dehydrated ethanol that are toxic to the body. Then if you take some tumors, there are some selective tumors. So selective tumor targeting with a drug, that paclitaxel, encapsulated in micelles modified with the tumor specific antibodies. Tumor specific antibodies, that is immunomicelles. They are called immunomicelles. These micelles will be specifically attacking the tumor. So they are called as tumor specific antibody containing micelles. So it was reported using Lewis lung carcinoma, that is the cancer of the lungs, solid tumor model in C57B1/6 J mice. So this is the model, the tumor model created in mice. So in these mice only, you see that these tumor specific antibody containing immunomicelles were used. So these micelles were prepared from polyethylene oxide distrial phosphatidyl ethanolamine conjugates. So this is the outer cell, phosphatidyl ethanolamine conjugates with the free polyethylene oxide end activated with the para-nitrophenyl carbonyl group for the antibody attachment. So the antibody is attached with these micelles on this para-nitrophenyl carbonyl group. The amount of micellar drug accumulated in the tumor exceeded that in more target tissue by more than 10 times. So the highest accumulation of this drug in the tumor was demonstrated for the micelles containing the longest, that is polyethylene oxide PEO chains. So which also had the longest circulation time in the blood. So see that circulation time when increases in the blood, see that the drug will be reaching the target, then it will attack the target. So furthermore, the immunomicelles here, what they are having the antibodies attached. So these immunomicelles displayed the highest amount of tumor accumulated drug compared to the either free drug or non-vectorized micelles. It was demonstrated from this drug that is delivered by plain micelles in the interstitial space of the tumor was eventually cleared after gradual micellar degradation. So this drug in opposite, it loaded 2C5 immunomicelles that were initialized by cancer cells, that is tumor cells, and enhance retention time of this drug inside the tumor. So once the target is attacked by this drug, the drug reaches the target. The target is the cancer cell here, and it is going to retain the drug for a long period. That is called retention time. Retention time of the drug inside the tumor is enhanced. So that causes the tumor cell to be attacked by this drug molecule. Then unexpected results were found using pH sensitive polymer micelles. They are made up of N-isopropyl acrylamide and methacrylic acid copolymers randomly fixed and are terminally alkylated with octadecyl groups. It was demonstrated that aluminum chloride thiocyanine, this is a polymer which is used, that is called AlClPc, that is incorporated in such micelles, was cleared more rapidly and accumulated less in the tumor than this aluminum chloride thiocyanine, formulated with the drug CRM4EL. So significant accumulation of this drug in liver and spleen and lungs for most hydrophobic copolymers was observed compared to the drug formulation. The enhanced uptake of such polymer micelles by the cells of mononuclear phagocyte system, that is macrophages. Mononuclear phagocyte system could be due to micelle aggregation in blood and embolism in the capillaries. Embolism, that is the flow of these cells through blood, traveling through the blood capillaries. So it was attempted to reduce the uptake of micelles in macrophages by incorporating water-soluble monomers like N-vinyl 2-pyrrolidine in the copolymer structure. So the modified formulation of this micelles displayed same levels of tumor accumulation and somewhat higher anti-tumor activity than the drug formulation. So this work serves as an example reinforcing the need of proper adjustment of the polymer micelle structure. So once you are going to prepare a polymer micelle structure, you have to adjust the structure of the polymer micelle according to the nature of the drug what you are going to deliver. And perhaps the need of using block copolymers that produce a defined productive hydrophilic shell, the outer shell of the micelle, it should be hydrophilic in nature to facilitate evasion of polymer micelles from macrophages. So if the outer shell is having some hydrophilic nature, it is very convenient and easy to reach the target and see that where the drug is released. So here in this picture you can see the biodistribution of the drugs through micelles, then pharmacokinetic results of those drugs. So here you can see that the drug is there. This is the drug molecule and you can encapsulate it inside the micelles. So these two are micelles and this is the outer shell of the micelle, the polymeric micelle, and this is the inner core. Inside the inner core the drug is entrapped, the drug is taken in as an injection, it is given to the mice. See that here in this mice, this is site of injection. See the arrow mark there near the neck, okay, it is injected. So it is injected here. So once the drug is injected along with the polymeric micelle, after that it will be distributed. See that biodistribution of the drug takes place. It will be traveling inside the body and it goes to the target. Target is here, the tumor. The tumor is there. See that the tumor is there, developed in this mice. So the target, it reaches the target where the drug is released. And you see that kinetic study, pharmacokinetic study of the drug action. So that is given in this graph. You see that the kinetic activity of this drug inside the mice. Inside the mice, you see that the activity and you see that the efficacy of the drug in different groups of the mice. This is group 1 standard, group 2, group 3, like that. The animal study, animal group study, where you are using control animal and then animal with a tumor, and in that you are taking different dosage of micelles, different dosage of the drug, and that is compared here in this bar diagram. So you can see that the comparison, pharmacokinetic comparison is. Dear friends, in this session we have seen about polymeric micelles and the role of these polymeric micelles in distributing the drugs, especially nano drugs, into the body, and the advantage of these polymeric micelles in the distribution of these drugs, as well as reducing the side effects of these drugs and the elimination of the drugs from the body. So I hope you have understood the topic. I'll be coming back to you in the other session. Until then, it's bye from KNS Biochemistry. Thank you and all. Thank you very much. Namaskar.